Hello, how's it going? Hope you're well. I slept really late. I'm so dopey, I thought I was in an hour earlier than I was. So I was doing the mic test and all that, and I was like, okay. And then I looked at I thought, I've got an hour to go. And then I looked at well, our reset's happening now. So, oh, well, whatever. So, I really need those diamonds.
Hey there, adventurer. The steward
Good day, adventurer. The mercenaries are...
Oh, hello, adventurer. Hello, adventurer.
Oh, hi, adventurer. Adventurer.
Let me just quickly get resources. I've broken my own rule about like getting in early to do the RC, but whatever. I don't even know what it is yet. Hang on, what is it? Oh, very easy one. Everyone's going to be doing that. It's called Sunset Weapons. So it's a sunset set. Most people know it as, but when you've got it, it's called the Sunset. I guess because they didn't want to say sunset set. Anyway. So we got that done. I'm so grateful. I went to bed so happy. Really tired, but very happy. Something I didn't say in the video. Oh, hang on a sec. But I don't register that it's there. And then I click to go, I think, back to the town to hand in the quest, the bottle quest. Yeah. And number two, did she know? Was she trying to tell me something? She was like, no, come back, come back. So yeah, that was a little thing I didn't mention at the time. It just flashed through my head. The companion's stuck there, and that was very weird. She must have been on a ledge or something like that. Let's go and do our lockbox first. She must have been fallen over the cliff and just standing on a ledge or something, I don't know, but there she was.
I've been waiting for this.
Preservation Wars. Okay, great. I think so. These are unbound. I can sell these. I need the diamonds really badly after all that spending I did. So let me put them on the auction house. Where are you, little Pres Wars? Oh, hang on. Oh, okay, I've got 12. I can do two fives. Hang on. 5 of 43. Stop that. 5 of 43. So I'll do 42 for each one. I'll just do 2 because I don't use them much. Okay, let me have a look. When I do an artifact, it's such low odds. It's like 1 or 2% at the top, so I usually just use a cold ward. I only use the pres wards for this set, the sunset set. Hang on a minute, I'll just do 2. I need the diamonds right now. That's acceptable. Stop it. That's acceptable. Okay, so long as I'm on the first page, I'm happy. So I'll get a quicker sale. Singles go quicker than multiples from what I've seen. Alright, so and then I'll just leave these ones all here. Leave them alone. Yeah, you got to make sure. Oh, I sold what was it once? A cold ward or something really expensive. I think it was a cold ward, and I put too few zeros on it, and I sold it for something like 40,000 or something. I forget what it was. I stuck it on the auction house. It was gone. I was like, it was gone so fast. Whatever this, I think it was a coalescent ward. Whatever it was sold so fast. I realised almost straight away, like, oh shit, what have I done? I went to delete it, like take it down, and I couldn't. I go, what happened? And then I noticed it had sold. Like someone got a real good bargain that day. I tell you. Yeah. So always check that you've got the right amount of zeros. Otherwise, once it's sold, you can't get it back. You can't say, oh, sorry, I made a mistake. Nope. Okay, let's do Reapers. In my dopey old state. So today's stream will be a little short one. I'm just going to do dailies and then the chicken run and whatnot. My influence run, all that sort of stuff. And then there's a reset later anyway. But yeah, no, I need to go back to sleep. Okay, so let's put on our normal Reapers loadout. With our Reaper's companion. Companions, too. That was quick. Everyone's going to do this. Like everyone will do this one. It's not like Tomb of the Nine Gods or something, or Castle Ravenloft, where they're like, nah, wait for the next one, thanks. This is the one everyone will do this one. It's got a trick though. At the end, he throws fire bombs, and if you get too far away from him, you get firebombs. So you have to hug the boss, basically. Changed his, I came back in last night and changed his illusion on his weapon as well. Got rid of the flames, put on a life drink or something. You got to hug the boss. You got to stay right on the boss so he doesn't throw firebombs. But I don't know if everyone will know that. Lovely. what happens, he throws fire bombs, right? What triggers him to throw those fire bombs is if the players, any of the people in the party are too far away from him. If you're more than about 6 feet away or something, 7 feet away, he will start throwing fire bombs at you, right? And which set the ground on fire, and it stays there for ages and ages. And they will kill you immediately. As soon as you step in it, you'll go like whoosh, you'll die. So the trick with him is not to get him to throw the fire bombs in the first place. So basically, you do what's called hug the boss. So everybody gets around the boss and just right up in his face, right up as close as you can get to him, and just from all directions, usually is the best. Tank, healer, everybody. And the healer heals everybody, and everybody just bashes the shit out of him, and basically he doesn't move, he just stays there. So in that case, he doesn't throw fire bombs. Like the boss will, whenever you hug the boss, though it should just stay where they are. Grumpf in Demon Web Pits is another one you need to stay close to, otherwise he teleports all across the place, and you've got to tactically stay close to the boss for it to be easier. But most people, like most ranged players, tend to want to stay back. That's what's going to set off all the shit. So you've got to get right up in their face and stay really close. So Shores of Tuern, that's one of them, and especially Reapers, though he ends up, if the whole ground is on fire and everyone stays away, he will set everything on fire. You've got nowhere to move all around him, so everyone will die and it'll be a wipe. So that's the key with that one. So if you're doing Reapers, just hug the boss at the end. Okay, before I do my, I should do the queue, shouldn't I? I should get all that done. Yep.
Surely we could find some way to pass the time.
Leave this one to me.
I'll use Reapers for advanced, and then for the normal one I'll just bring it lane. Yeah, I changed the, after I finished the stream, I came back in and changed the, I was going to change the look of him in the, of Zagan in the armor and put on a illusion, and I had the blood theft one on Jet, on the Ranger I've got. So I tried that, and I fiddled around with that for a while, and because of that, I put on the Life Drinker enchant on his weapon to go with the red, and then I changed my mind and I made him back like the so dopey. Hang on a sec. I put his gear back to the colours and everything it was. I took all the red off and put it back on the colours it was. And then I just was toing and froing between the two, and I thought, yeah, the flames are great, but I'll just change it to this other look. I like it. I like this one at the moment anyway. I need potions, actually. Oh, I've already got that one added. Is it for dragon hunts as well? Okay. I'll start using that then because I need to do those. So now now I've got the sunset set done. My focus is going to be, as I said on the last stream, my focus is now going to be on my artifacts. So I have to upgrade these. So first I've got to work out which ones I want. And my method usually is I just save diamonds. I try not to spend on anything I don't need, other than my normal potions and stuff. I don't waste anything on mounts or comps or anything, or upgrades or anything I don't need at that time. And I just save my 100,000 a day. And then when I get up to whatever it is it costs in the auction house, I just buy it. I don't do keys. I don't buy packets of keys and unlock loads of lockboxes to try and get it on a drop, because I just find it that too frustrating. So, but I've got to first decide which ones I want. So I haven't done that yet. That's my next project, to do the artifacts, rank them up. I can get up to about 4,000 extra item level now. I might start asking and looking for crew. Because the queue time's going backwards, it's getting longer. Woohoo! What is it? Oh, Lom, lovely. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Stick box jewel creatures. I'll get us through this mess.
decidedly not entertained.
Never heard that before. This is the kind of run I like, where everyone lets the tank go ahead and the tank can do their job and have fun as well. Do what they want what they're good at, you know. instead of one idiot running ahead trying to get all the points and running ahead of the tank and all the time and stuff. It just frustrates everyone. Frustrates the tank, I know that. This thing, I like this one. We used to just call them weapon enchants. Weapon enchant, armor enchant.
pay for your ambition. You will pay for your ambition. How dare you? My pillars, no! I will blast you apart!
Yeah, if you hit the boss when there's scorpions there, the scorpions get empowered and they turn to lightning. And I used to get rid of my active companion, because as the companions keep hitting the boss and they keep empowering the scorpions, so it's not a good thing. So I used to use an augment, but no one else was doing it, so I thought, well, what's the point? So you just try and power through it, but yeah, you don't fit, like the players shouldn't hit the boss while there's scorpions there, or you'll just make things worse and worse. I'm happy with the score, happy with the new set, so it seems to be working very well. And when damage doesn't matter so much and I'm not so stressed about doing the best I can, I'll just get Elaine in. She can come and be my companion.
persuasion for this.
I'll fiddle with my triddle, and diddle with the middle, and make a magic riddle.
the healer's running ahead. Can't heal anyone up there. Can't do any job up there. That's how I like to do, especially on a lower dungeon as well. When you've got newer players, like often it's an older player on a new toon, on a new character, right? But I don't use the word toon much. But often it's an older character just on an old character. That's fine. But more than often it's a new character developing their skills and stuff. And that run was a good example of how, really, in my head anyway, the way I think it should be done. Like, because the tank needs to get their experience, everybody wants to have a go at the mobs. So it's like my pet peeve is really when one person runs ahead and kills everything and everyone just runs through an empty dungeon. And everyone thinks, like some people go, oh, well, it's doing everyone a favour, it's getting it over with fast. But we're not coming in the game to get it over with fast. We're coming in the game to actually play the game. So you get a lot of people that are still learning, and you're not doing them any favours because you kill everything. They don't get the experience, and they want to get to the end game as soon as they can. But by the time they get there, they have limited experience in learning how to deal with the game itself and playing against the enemies. So you're not doing them any favours. You're sort of like you're cheating them out of their experience and out of like getting their skills up and being able to handle tricky situations and stuff and keep themselves alive. So the lower dungeons are just as important as the big ones for people like learning and getting their experience. So that was an example of how I think it should go. Like the tank gets to be the tank, the healer gets to be the healer, and the three DPSs, they all get to have a go. It's not one person just eating up all the points first, you know what I mean? That's why I stood back and just sort of acted almost like a support, just like, okay, let them get in there, and then I'll just start hitting and make it easier. But at the end of the day, they feel like they've had a good run. They feel like they've hit some stuff, they've tanked some stuff, they've healed some stuff, and they come out thinking, yeah, you know, we did a good job, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it might be a little bit Mary Sunshine for some people, but I think that's the way to go. So I like that run. That was a good run. No one was running ahead trying to sort of take up all the points. So I now do my skirmish.
Surely we could find somewhere to pass the time.
No one can stand against
And like in a skirmish it's different. Like often there is no tank at all. It just doesn't have a group requirement really. So that's like, it's a free for all, everyone just goes for it, you know what I mean? But when you've got a proper dungeon, with you've got a tank and you've got a healer, they want to have their moment as well. They want to be able to do what they're there for, because it's a thankless job being a tank. I play tank on a Guardian fighter on Popcorn and it just gives you a headache. It's just you're concentrating all the time, like where you're positioning things, and everybody notices when you do a shit job, but no one sort of really usually notices that they don't notice when you do a really good job. Same with the healer. The healer does a really good job. Everyone just thinks that they did a good job themselves and killed everything fast. When the healer fucks up and when the tank fucks up, everybody knows it and everybody says, oh, you're a shit healer, oh, you're a shit tank. Do you know what I mean? Or boot the healer, boot the tank, you know, kick them out. So it's a thankless job, especially being a tank, and there's not enough tanks in the game as it is. That's why everyone has to wait so long. So if you've got a tank in a party, number one, appreciate them, and number two, let them be a tank. Let them do their job. Let them go first and get all the aggro. Don't run ahead and start hitting stuff before the tank's actually got the aggro. And then that way you're making it easy on everyone else, and you're also giving the tank what they're doing, because it's a thankless job. So give them some pleasure in being able to exercise their skills and get the aggro and hold the aggro and do what they're there for, you know? Instead of running ahead and just hitting everything and killing everything, and the tank's just like, oh, you know. But some people think, oh, you only need it for the boss. But that's pretty rude for the tank. You're like, give them a proper run, you know? Even with the mobs, everything. That's all part of their job, you know? But yeah, in a skirmish, having said all that, in a skirmish, it's everyone for themselves, so just go for it. Unless it's very difficult. Most skirmishes aren't that hard. But, you know, some skirmishes there's no tank, anyway. It's just all DPS.
Praise Moradin. Help has arrived.
This is the illusion I put on, this red one. It's called the Blood Theft illusion. So I've got two disconnects. Well, one person left. I think one person left. And the other one's just disconnected. See that? Everyone's using Armor Egon as a stat for critical severity, accuracy, and combat advantage. So I'm gonna I've got that. That dropped for me in the event, so I'll probably rank that up first. Start using that. Where would I use it instead of, what is it? Critical, quick save, accuracy, and combat. That one, the Marilith one. Or the Mythalar one. I like my stamina though, I like my stamina regen. Okay, RDQ. Someone bit. I bet that was in response to the guy that Chef Knife that asked anybody got any gamer girls online and all that stuff. He's just trolling people. He's not really looking for anyone. Not that I know of. Just ask bullshit like that somewhere else, you pervert. He's doing it to stir people up, and it worked. Has anyone got a friendly wife? So okay, well I might go to, I might do my influence run while I'm waiting for this queue. I don't really have to do the skirmish even, but I want to.
What do we do to pass the time?
I now have 6 million rough astral diamonds waiting for me. Can we make it 7?
Good day, adventurer. It's done? Oh, hi, adventurer.
I got sucked in as well at the start. I was like, "Oh, what are you asking that for?" And then someone else was going, "He's just trolling. He's just doing it. He's being stupid." Oh, I get it. I get it. So tomorrow, I'll definitely be able to start building that Boon structure. I've only got 2 more to go. So there's this one, this influence run, and tomorrow. Not again.
Praise Moradin. Help has arrived.
One of my least favourites, this one. I don't like it. I don't hate it, but it's not my favourite at all. It's tedious. Everyone's leaving. What's going on? No one seems to want to do that one today. Sort of unusual, I wonder why. Oh, even worse. I hate this one so much. I don't like this one at all. Blech. It's... yeah, okay.
Welcome to my humble arena. Just a sewer. I swear. Huzzah! Let's see what you've got against my illusion. can beat this next challenge. Remember, it's all an illusion. Now, will you stay to earn fame and fortune, or play it safe? Well, I can't fault you for giving up. This was really difficult. Just stay still for a moment while I bring you all back to reality. There. Careful on your way out.
Oh, there we go. That's done. I've just got to do this chicken thing. I'll play healer again. I'll do healer again.
Leave this one to me. But you have it.
I'll do healer again.
Abracadabra! If you are here for me, a feathered foe you will be! Now, come find me! Don't be chicken! Looking for some lost friends? I'm sure they're dying to see you. Feathered fiend! Oh my! So you have found me. But am I all you see? But you still have so far to go. Maybe my dear Rover can help you next. Red Rover, help these little chickens cross over. this look familiar? Does this look familiar?
I got the music off, haven't I?
You may have gotten me, but I'll be back!
Thanks a bulk.
This.
I think this is the last day as well, so. Yeah, I was 1 day short, not to, oh, that's so close. So I sat around for about 3 or 4 days not doing it, because I was like, first I didn't want to do it, and then it was like, oh, no, I have to, no, hang on, what was it? First I wasn't going to do it, and then I was like, oh, okay, I'll unlock it, because I misread it. I thought, oh, I have to unlock it by doing one. You have to do it. So while the event is active, complete either this one or that one. And I didn't read the rest, the repeating this for multiple days. So I sat around for a couple of days waiting for the things to happen, and like 3 days later you're supposed to get this thing, and it didn't happen. And then I read it properly and go, oh, I'm supposed to like do it every day. So by the time I realised that, it was too late. So I didn't even think I was going to get 9. I thought I was going to get 8. So I missed out on the 100 insignia powder, but basically I wanted the comp tokens, and the main thing was those. So I got those. Okay, back to the Stronghold. Can do my influence run.
All Regis is here to save the day. What did you hit?
I've been waiting for this.
Okay, back to this again. So probably tomorrow I'll do the Storm King Thunder queues, quests for Sabella. I just thought I'd make this a short one today and just do my dailies and then log out and go back to bed again. Yesterday was a long day, like 10.5 hours I was streaming. From what I've read, a stream can only go up to 12 hours. Any longer than that, it gets chopped up or something. I don't know what happens. I don't want to find out either. I think you've got to stop it and restart it if you want to keep going. I read somewhere 12 hours is the max. I've got to make sure I pick the right spot as well, because I've never done a boon structure before, so I don't know. There's two places that I know of I can put the stable. One is in the town and one is further up in the hills. Lovely. Yeah, there's two places, the one up in the hills and one in the township. One here, I think. No. Yeah, it's here. It's here, one of them's here. Yeah, it's here. Stable and barracks. I think I'll put the barracks here, and the stable I'm going to put up in the hills. So this can be barracks in the town. I think it's up there, Dragon Hill Plateau. Let me have a look. I think that's where I want to put, because I thought it would be nice for the horses and whatever to have more room. Like if it was a real place, you'd have it up, like they'd have more fresh air and they could be exercised more than it's not cramped in the city. Because I want the barracks as well. I think the barracks should be in the town. And put the stable up, like in the, not in the country, but you know what I mean. Seems nicer. They've got more room to run around. The horses will be happier. I think it's here. No, this isn't it. If it's got an X on it, does that mean you can't build at all on it? I know I saw one up in the hills. I go, oh, that's perfect. Okay, so yeah, it needs to be a colour. That's the one I just went to. Sure it wasn't that one. I like to work it out before I actually build it so I know where I'm going, know what I'm doing. I have to find it. There's one in the homestead, yes, I know that one. But there's another one, and I thought it would be nice. When I saw it, I was like, okay, this would be nice for the horses to live. Because it's sort of like, wherever you put it, you don't want to rip it all down again and destroy it and have to build it all over again. But it's sort of like, you know those games like where you design a house and stuff? It's a bit like that. It's like you put it somewhere that you're happy with and you think it looks nice and it makes sense to you and everything. Let me just find out where it is. What's this? So it's like, yeah, I used to play a lot of those games back in the early days of gaming when Facebook flash games were a big thing. You know, like Mafia Wars and Vampire Wars and all those ones, and Farm Town and all that. And there were some that we, like, you had to design. Oh, is it here? No, it's not. You had to design a house and put all your furniture in and stuff. Sort of like The Sims, but not The Sims. No, they're all PvP ones. There's the Great Bridge site. That's a PvP as well, isn't it? This is like real estate hunting. It's like going around looking at flats. Trying to rent a place. Nice neighbourhood. I just like the idea of putting the horses somewhere like out of the way, where they're sort of got more room, technically. So I can put it in the homestead, but if I can put the barracks there as well, I'd rather do, because that'll be the next one I build after that. The two guild boons that I, hang on, is it here? Yeah, they're all fucking PvP towers. I don't want PvP. Alright, I have to be a bit strategic about this. Alright, go this one. PvP. I used to love PvP, but not for the guild. I'm not focused on that. This is the homestead one. This is for the barracks. So I'll put barracks here. I can put the stable, but I want to put the barracks here. So it's like it's got amenities. It's got like shops and houses, and it's close to everyone, so that's fine. Did I go there already? I had, when I was in a different guild, and it was level 20 guild, and it had maximum boons. And the two I found the most useful are the two that I'm going to be doing now. First, which is run speed and mount speed. They're the two I use all the time. I swapped, when I got off my mount, I'd swap around between mount and run. So I definitely want those two. I remember this one. I don't remember being up here. Is it this one? Oh, this is PvP. I just was here. So, but the first one I want, which is I think the most important for me, which is the mount speed for trains. When you're doing trains, you want to keep up with everyone. That's why I'm using this mount now, because he's faster than the other mounts. I'm pretty convinced it shouldn't be happening, but it is. So I'm able to keep up more with people, and it's much more fun when you're with everybody. So that's the first one I want to do, is the mount speed one. And unfortunately, it's a good one actually, generally speaking, because it's got defense and critical strike, which other people will find useful. But you don't get the mount speed until like the later stages, so I've got a lot of upgrading to do on it anyway. So I want to start it first anyway because of that. But the main reason I'm doing it is because that's the most valuable one that I found for me. I like it the most. And I think most people use it as well, the mount speed one. Judging by how fast they run. What's the mill about? I know it's not there. That's right next to the Stronghold. So it's not that one. I saw one and it said that I could build it there. I've already seen it. Maybe I was mistaken, I don't know. This one will definitely be PvP, North Gate. it was this one, but it doesn't say I can build here. I think it was this one. Hang on. Okay, yeah, I think it was, is that where I am now? West Dragon Hills? Yeah, that's what it was. I was up here and I looked and I found out I could build a Boon structure here, and it was going to be, great place for the horses. What level does it require? I can build the barracks here as well. I really wanted the stable up here, but I'm ready to build the stable now. I don't want to have to wait any longer to do all of this. Oh, hang on, to do... Okay, well I know what I've done wrong anyway. I was like, oh, I can build a stable here. I might make this the barracks then. Let me just go back to the... I'm going to have to build on that one in the homestead, because that's the only one I've got until I upgrade the guild hall higher. But I want to get those Boon structure built. So I think I'm going to have to do my stable in the little city. And fuck the horses' happiness. They can be cramped in a little town. I would have to do frozen treasures, 60,000 of them. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just put the horses in. So I'm nearly there. I'll put the stable here. Yeah, okay, I'll do the stable. I'll just have to like, yeah. I'll stick the barracks up there or whatever. It was just a silly idea. I was like, oh, nice for the horses to have a little bit of space, blah, blah, blah. But if it means I've got to wait even longer to build the structures I want, I'd rather just plonk it where it is.
Hey, adventurer.
Well,
Hey there, adventurer.
we could hear the...
Okay, so tomorrow I'll be able to do that. Okay, let me do Dread Ring.
Surely you could find somewhere to pass the time.
Valindra in Rathmodar has given us the...
I don't trust you, Modar. But the Zolkirs are the greater enemy.
For the masters!
One thing I want to do before I leave too is I want to see if any of the artifacts, the newer ones, have stamina regen on them. Because that's really important to me. I might have to leave one lower if that's the case, if I can't. I like the stamina regen on my artifacts.
What should we do to pass the time?
This one, 15% stamina regen.
I've been waiting for this.
Never...
I've been waiting for this.
Fools fight!
I saw this before and I thought I was seeing things. The flame on the candle is in the wrong spot. It's down at the bottom of the candlestick. Look at that. It's supposed to be on the top of the candle. I saw that before on some map I was on. I was doing my randoms and I was like, is that a flame at the bottom of that candlestick? That's weird. Is that me or them? It must be a me problem. I'll have to do a force verify later on sometime. See if it fixes it. I think that's a me problem. Oh, Lathander. Oh, cool. This was where I originally got it from, I think. One of the very first things I ever got was the Ilath on my very first cleric. It was my very first character. I think it was here. I think it was in here. I'm not sure. Can't remember now. It was so long ago. It was like 13 years ago. Can't remember. No epic enchantment stones, but I've got Ilath, that's nice. I'll park in Protector's Enclave and then just go back to the Stronghold, so that when I come back in I'll be in Protector's Enclave and not Dread Ring. I've got an Ilath on Yor, the healer. He's got one. It's unbound and it's mythic. If I wanted to use it, I could use it. I used to use it to save people when you couldn't revive them. As a healer, I'd have it. I think I still slotted on him actually, as he's active. It's just really handy. If, like, say in Lair of Lostmouth, where you do the dragon at the end and you get all the lava. And people sometimes get caught in the lava, and if you try and revive them and go up to them, it can be tricky. If you're too close to them, you can get killed as well. So in situations like that, it's really handy. It's also handy in the Boarworm in Lair of the Mad Mage. When someone is killed by the aggro, you don't have to run up to them and save them. You can just revive them from a distance. So I always have that equipped as the active artifact on the healer, just to sort of get people up and going again. So I've got it if I wanted to use it, but I'm obviously not going to use it on DPS.
Good day, adventurer. It's a fine day for building, isn't it? You're just in luck. I have a non-building related task that I think you'd be perfect for.
Okay, I'm going to do some resources and then I'll call it a day. So, alright, I've made up my mind. I'll put this stable in the homestead where probably everyone else does it as well. I was going to stick it up in the hills, but no, it's okay. If I just wait a little longer, I could probably put it. I mean, another way to look at it is I've waited this long, I could wait a little longer, but no. No. And then tomorrow I will start that, but I'll also do the Storm King's Thunder quest for Sabella. Get those done. So if I've got to upgrade the guild hall to unlock a new plot, it's going to take a very long time. So I'd have the horses up in the hills, but it would be eventually, and I wouldn't have my mount speed bonus for a very long time, so it's not worth it. They can live in the city. Okay, have a good day, have a good one, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, bye now.